Okay. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mari and today I'm going to overshare. Mari editing right here. Everything that I said in this video is strictly for entertainment purposes and for legal reasons. Everything is alleged. I did use some memes from different shows, but I'm gonna link them down below. Enjoy watching my YouTube video. So basically somebody's tried to ruin my birthday last year, and I took some time to think about it and I thought that I could share it on the internet. Let me start from the beginning. I went to the bartending school, and this one girl, one time she comes up to me and she is telling me that I have a nice haircut. She basically starts flirting with me. I did feel that very big lesbian energy when she came by. And no disrespect to my sisters in the Alphabet Mafia, but basically, let's start from the beginning. I keep saying that somebody tried to befriend me because I don't usually go up to people being extremely nice for no reason, because that is sus. That is very much suspicious, and I always am on edge when somebody acts like that. So she was overly nice and I'm like, what is she trying to do? She was flirting with me, 100%. She was flirting with me, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just always distant when somebody comes up to me and like tries something with me. So I played it off. I was like, hey girl, you too, you're beautiful too, like girl power. Like I didn't have any friends in New York by the time. So we went into my favorite restaurant and we started talking. Her parents are immigrants, they're from the islands. They had a very hard time implementing themselves here, and I'm like, oh wow, like that's very interesting. And she said, you know, I also happen to have been raised in a very traditional, very Christian family, and apparently we had a lot in common. And she added, well, I was not even able to introduce my boyfriend to my parents until now. And like that man broke up with me, and like they're constantly asking about him, and they're constantly asking me about my medical degree, like how's it going, and they know I terminated the program and I'm doing something else. I'm like, that's very interesting, because like when I was entering art school in my hometown in Georgia, my parents were very against it too, and I also couldn't bring up anybody that I was potentially dating, but that's not the point of the story. So there was a lot of correlations between me and her, and I was like, finally I have somebody to trust, a friend of mine that is so dear to my heart, right? Wrong. So I was working overtime. I was working any type of job that I could find, and it's very stressful when you're doing the physical job. So I was invited to a pool party and she was there. I didn't know anybody from The Bachelor because I didn't watch Bachelor, but there were a lot of people from Bachelor there. I don't even know what season it was, and I don't even know the names of the people that were there, but you know, they seemed very cool, very pretty. All the attractive people basically are taken, right, by these gorgeous women. But I saw this one guy by the pool, and let's call him Alejandro. So Alejandro, he's not an interesting guy. I would not approach him in the club if I had to. I would not go near him, but just because he's the only one accessible at this point, I just go up to him. And I just ask questions like, do you work? What do you do for fun? And I think the conversation is going pretty well. I'm sorry, I forgot some details about Alejandro. So Alejandro is not handsome inside or out. And did I mention that he's not interesting? Yeah. But again, the only one available at the pool, so I go for him. So as soon as I start talking to him, this girl, just imagine any basic white girl name that you can.
Yeah! Yeah!
Crack kids at it again, go!
Yeah! Yeah!
Yep. Shmemily. So Shmemily, she chimes in between me and him. And I am a little taken aback because I'm not really sure, like, is that Alejandro's friend? Is that a girlfriend? Because, like, does not seem like they are close, but she keeps diving in between his legs.
This is just a perfect view.
I think I see my white card.
No, Emily!
Like, literally, like, she says, hey, like, Alejandro, can you spread up your butt cheeks? Like, I want to go under your legs. And she goes. She goes under his legs. What the fuck? So Shmemily is aggressive with me. Shmemily is extremely aggressive. She keeps splashing water at me, specifically. She keeps throwing things at me, and she's not even trying to hide it. She is being aggressive. It's not passive aggressiveness. She's just being a bitch.
Do you want to call the police?
I do!
So I go up to Regina, my dear friend, and I was like, oh, like, Regina, like, the girl Shmemily over there, she's being a little passive aggressive. I don't know what to do. And she's like, oh, like, why would she do that? She's never like that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
But she is. So I find another guy by the pool, Alejandro's friend, who is, let's call him Juan, okay? Juan. And, you know, Juan is much more attractive than Alejandro for sure. But Juan is, he's by himself. Like, we keep flirting and, like, I'm floating around him. Like, you know, we're being a little intimate, not too intimate in the pool.
Ugh, why does everybody think we fucked?
Like, hugging each other by the pool. Alejandro and Shmemily, they're making fun of us. They're like, you guys look like every couple in, like, Hallmark movie. And I'm like,
Shut up!
look at you guys. Like, because they keep flirting with each other, but, like, we don't understand what they are, right? And Alejandro speaks for her. He's like, oh, she does not know what she wants. I'm not really sure about that, Alejandro, but okay. Like, there's a continuation to that story. So by the end of the night, I am the guest by somebody else's pool party, and obviously I don't want to cause the scene. But I'm thinking to myself, I just didn't get the guy that I wanted initially. The guy is not attractive. The guy means nothing to me. But there was some other girl on his dick. Aww. Literally. So I'll let it go. So next couple days, I'm just thinking about what happened, and I'm still talking to Regina about it, and she's like, no, she's nice, I swear. Shmemily's so nice. You just didn't get to know her like I did. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into that real quick, how close Regina and Shmemily are. So I did not know their relation with each other, but I figured they're friends. A couple days passes by, and I just mentioned Alejandro again. I'm like, he was a little attractive, just a tiny bit. And she listens to me. She listens to me, how I talk about him, how much I, somewhat attracted to him. But does not say a word that makes me think that they're more than friends. Aww. There is another party that we're going to. It's Shmemily's birthday. And I'm a +1, obviously, because Shmemily made it really, really easy for me to know that she's a bitch. And she doesn't really like competition. The thing is, I have been in a situation where me and some other girl have liked the same guy, and I befriended the girl, and we became kind of best friends, kind of. Like, she's the best person that I know till this day, because she was never bitchy to me, ever, in that scenario. So I figured, if me and this girl can find something in common, maybe I am able to connect to other girls the same way. If we like the same guy, we don't have to be like snarky about it at all. Like, we can be civil about it, right? Here's where the disaster starts. So before we went to the beach, I live in upstate, right? And Regina lives in the city. So Regina had a surgery on her uterus. I'm pretty sure that you guys know what I'm talking about. So she's saying, go on bleeding like every other day. And I'm like, oh, that's really bad. That's like terrible. Are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, we call each other sometimes, right? And we keep sharing, like, I bitch about life and she bitches about her life. So it's okay for us to exchange information. Totally fine. But I also, when I was in the city, I would be driving, and it was okay for me to drive her around because I also was a new driver and I was excited to drive in the city. That was until I realized that, there is a lot of parking problems and like the petroleum and the gas and this and that. I never asked her for money. I never asked her to, pay me for something, like at least half of it whenever we go out or something like that. Because I don't really think, now I think differently, but at the time, I didn't really think that I should have done that. So, yeah, she tells me about this surgery and we're about to go to the beach party, right? That I'm talking about right now. She tells a couple people in her friend group that, oh, like, yeah, Mari's gonna take us. I'm like, I didn't say that. But there's almost a 4-hour drive from upstate to that beach. Who's gonna pay for that? Because there's also tolls, and paying tolls for me is so annoying. Like, I was not aware how crazy tolls can get until I had to pay like more than 1,000, definitely more than 1,000 when I first started driving. As I was going to different states and I would like go to different routes and like they're expensive, the roads are expensive. I don't really know. Okay, I'm a new driver, leave me alone. So yeah, I'm a little taken aback that she's making decisions for me, but I'm like, well, okay, it's better to have a company in your car when you're driving for 4 hours rather than not to have it, right? So before the trip, one day before the trip, I call Regina, and I'm like, hey girl, look, I know that you just had a surgery and you're not feeling very well, and it's a 4-hour drive, right? But I'm not gonna charge you for anything. I'm just saying, I was thinking about it because the drive is too long, but you're okay. Because she keeps inviting me to like this things, and like she's my only friend, and I'm like, okay, well, never mind, like she's not feeling well, we're not gonna do this right now. And she says, no girl, we can pay. And I'm like, no, like my birthday is coming up, right, in a couple months, and it's summer, so you guys can like put together something like and gift it to me. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna do that.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
We are by the beach, and I see this guy that catches my eye. A very cute, blonde, blue-eyed, handsome man. That's the man that I could actually go for. And I'm thinking to myself, he looks like Lucius Malfoy, and I love Lucius Malfoy. I love all the Malfoys. Okay? I tell Regina,
Bitch, is you blind?
I'm like, hey Regina, like I like this guy so much. And she says, oh yeah, there's a Mexican guy over there that I like, but he's with another girl. And I can't really tell if they're dating or not. And the guy, that Mexican dude that she was talking about, he's caressing some other girl's butt as we speak. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe they are together. She's like, no, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I'm like, okay, Regina. That's, I mean, I don't really care. People can be in open relationships, but you know, she made it her mission to find out until the end of the night if they were an item or not. I really got concerned with that comment that she made out of nowhere. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. Yeah, so we're in the car. I'm driving them to the beach, and we get to the beach. She finds some other Latino man that she likes, but as soon as I tell her that I like this Lucius Malfoy guy, right? She turns to him and starts asking him weird questions. She's like, hey, like, what do you like in a woman? And it ticked me off the way she said it, because I'm hoping she's trying to be my wing woman. And that was not the case. The start of the disaster. She keeps asking him like very intimate questions. And I'm not happy about it. This is the first time that I'm regretting knowing her in general. Why would you start flirting with the guy that I just told you that I liked? Immediately after I tell you that.
Electric chick.
It's a very bitchy behavior, a very constant behavior, and my energy shifted definitely, but I'm trying to play it cool. Regina, she's notorious within her friends to have a flirty personality. As a joke, she does say that she's toxic. And when somebody says something like that, I never take it as a joke. I always take it as the truth. Like she keeps going around like saying, oh, like I'm toxic. Like sometimes I'm toxic. And she's not on the phone with me and she says, yeah, I'm a little toxic, but what's life without being a little toxic? I'm like,
that's a damn mental illness right there within itself that you need to get checked out.
well, a life well lived, maybe. At the beach, we're sitting next to each other and she like goes around and keeps saying, I'm in the mood for the flirt. She flirts with everybody. When I first met her, I thought she was flirting with me too. I just did not take it seriously. And there's another guy as well that is a friend of hers that keeps saying, sometimes I do feel like she's flirting with me, but I can't really tell. So that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with being flirty. It's just when you're a cunt, it really puts those perspectives into a different light. At this point, I don't really want to take Regina, drop her off wherever, right? By her house, anywhere else. But I'm just trying to come up with the reason why I can't do that. And you know, it's the end of the night. The guy, the Lucius Malfoy guy, he knows that I like him. I'm trying to have a conversation with him, but he cuts me off short. I'm not really happy about the whole thing, but I'm like, okay, well, it's the end of the night, and I'm not really gonna see this is the last hangout that me and Regina are ever going to be at. I am going to the car, and Regina's following me with her little friend group, like Jose, or Juan, Regina, and Regina's friend are coming by the car. I'm turning around, I'm like,
I'm gonna need you to take 5 steps back from me before I physically attack your face.
And Lucius Malfoy comes by. And he's like, oh guys, can you guys give me a ride or something? And I'm like, I'm looking at him like this. I'm like, I don't really know. We don't have a lot of space. And he's like, please. And I am in shock because there are already more than 5 people trying to get in my car. I'm like, okay. It was a very cold-hearted, calculated maneuver on Lucius Malfoy's part. He sat in the front because he knows that I have sympathy for him. And Regina and Lucius start flirting. Like, can you imagine what went out in my head? Like, I wanted to stop the car mid-ride and I wanted to yeet both of them out of the car. I'm furious because I was nice to you. You had a surgery. I didn't charge you for gas. I didn't charge you for anything. I brought you in with my car that I rode for 5 hours, basically, to get to this beach. I told you that I liked the guy and you liked some other guy. So you still went for the person that I liked. And you don't, the audacity, you just have so much disrespect for me as a person that you're flirting with the guy that I like in my own car like this. And they're asking each other about the zodiac signs. Lucius was talking about going into some restaurant after the hangout, after the beach, right? And I keep suggesting the places. I'm like, well, maybe, you know, I can divert the situation to myself somehow. Because I'm from a very social culture. Like, nobody is weirded out if somebody wants to tag along, right? So we get to a certain spot. He departs with his 2 friends and says, thank you for the ride. He says, oh, let's go to this restaurant, and keeps going. Does not even look back. I am taken aback because I was like, I was suggesting all those places. I was hoping that I would be able to go in the restaurant with him. You know, because after the beach, you might be hungry, but they left without even saying like a proper goodbye, and I was just a free ride for him that night. Regina, she looks at me and she says, hey girl, how you feel?
I don't know why the fuck you smiling, because ain't shit fucking funny on real.
So I don't say anything, and I call my guy best friend that night, and I'm talking to him, and he's like, you guys are not friends. Like, that's a fake friend. That's a very much of a social climber. And I don't know why you're putting up with that. He reminded me of that call that I made one night. I was talking to Regina. I was bitching about life.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
But this time, I was talking about something else. I was actually happy because I found a guy that I liked. And that's a different guy. And he's very attractive, and I was like, I'm so happy that like, we went out on a date, we went into the club with this man, and like, you know, I ended up in his apartment and we had a great time. Immediately after I say that, she says in a very flirtatious voice, she's like, oh, like, can you introduce me to him? And I'm like, he's like, yeah, remember that? Oh my God, you're right. I am dealing with Regina George. And he had a point. I should not have let any disrespect slide right through me. And this is the second time that she's doing that, right? I ignored the fact that he wanted to go after a man that I went on a date with. I don't know why I would do that. He starts flirting with the guy that I like at the beach as soon as I say that. So she's in a secret competition with me at this point. And mind you, we're not, like, it's not the fact that she's like more pretty or something like that. We look the same. We look very similar. She's just of a brown complexion. That's it. None of us have tits. So it is like some type of ego play. People who are insecure, they want to have somebody by their side who will get them noticed. And I'm not really fitting that criteria at all, because I'm going to places, I've been to places, I've met people of a certain caliber that she has not met. And I'm not being funny when I'm saying that. I don't know why she would try to make me an insecure friend that needs to be under the claws of the popular girl. It's basically Blair and Serena situation. And I've never been a Blair in my entire life. And to be fair, I always liked Serena in the movie. She does have her bitchy moments and cunty moments, but there was a moment when I realized that, you know, that fight scene that Serena and Blair have.
But Blair, I encouraged you to do this. Why would I try to steal something from you that I pushed you to do?
Because you take everything from me! Nate, my mom, Blair, you can't even help it! It's who you are!
I'm thinking to myself, is that who she really is? Because I don't really understand why she would be a cunt to me and disrespectful to me in my face. So some time goes by, and you know, you remember Alejandro? Yes. So she calls me. She's like, oh, like, Mari, I have to tell you something. I'm like, what? And she's like, well, like, you remember Shmemily? I'm like, yeah, what about her?
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, like, you remember that I told you that Shmemily and Alejandro were like a thing, but not really official? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking Alejandro too.
You still want to meet me outside? Or you want to do it now? Meet me outside or you want to do it now? You want to do it now, bitch? You want to meet me outside or you want to do it now? I don't fucking care, girl. Huh?
So this bitch is insane.